Mangal Pande was an Indian soldier who played a key role in the events that led to the Indian Rebellion of 1857, which resulted in the dissolution of the East India Company and the beginning of the British Raj through the Government of India Act 1858.
So this is the map animation you are seeing that is created using the Google Earth Studio. And we are also going to learn how to animate this photo and how to animate this text that is created using the After Effects and this gunshot. And we are also going to learn how to create these radial waves and this text animation that we are going to learn. And finally we are going to learn this animation, flag animation, in which the one flag is removed and the other flag is revealed. So this kind of vibe animation. Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Naresh and today we are going to start this new series on map animation. No, this is different. I mean without using paid plugins like Google Earth Studio and Pro for the map and After Effects for animation. We are going to take historical accounts and try to narrate them through the map animation. So without wasting time, let's get started. So let's start by creating a map animation using Google Earth. Alright, so this is the Google Earth Studio. You can download, and it is a browser based animation software where you can use the blank project, or you can use this quick start project where there is a zoom to orbit around and spiral and point to point free readily used available templates that you can use, or you can just start with the blank project. Name our project, let's just call it 8057, and we are going to create it. So box style, you can have this 4K resolution, or you can just have this HD resolution, and for the frames you are going to select this time code. Let's make it 20 seconds. Alright, then click start. Alright, so we have this interface, and this is just like if you are using the After Effects, then you should not worry about this interface. It is very easy, just like it is a After Effects timeline. And from here you can have this 2 viewport or 1 viewport. You can customize from here and other thing. And this is just like this Google Earth if you have used. Okay, then we have this timeline, and here we have this value graph, speed graph, just like the After Effects. Okay, and if you click on this play button, this will play the animation, but we haven't added any keyframe. So let's start by adding this keyframe. Okay, so first of all, let us select the place. Okay, so we are going to select this place, Sadar Bazaar, Meerut, from where this 8057 revolt started. So this is the place. Alright, so there are a lot of labeling visible. You can switch it off during the rendering, or you can keep it if you want. So it's up to you how you want to show your map. Okay, then from here you can have these guides. So you can have this safe margin guide here, or you can just hide it. Alright, so we will be for 2 seconds or so, this will stay here. This is the place from where the Mangal Pande started the revolt. Alright, so let's add the keyframe here. So this is the longitude, latitude and altitude. Here you can start adding the keyframe. So let's zoom out little bit, just like this much. Okay, and let's move to around 6 frame or 5 frame, and let's zoom little bit more. Alright, then move to around 9 seconds or so and add the keyframe, because this position or this view will stay for a while, and then there will be a nice around 16 seconds there will be a zoom out, complete zoom out, and we will be able to see the complete north. Alright, so if you wish you can change this keyframe to 18 seconds or so. So just like this, After Effects you can select and move the keyframe. So let's play. So it start from the merit and slightly zoom, it stay for a while, then there is a wider zoom to the showing the most of the North India. Alright, then we can from here we can add the let me take it over here at 18 second. Here you can exactly see the 18 second, and let's add this keyframe pan. Okay, this is the final position, and from here we can add some few degree rotation. Let's add around 10. Alright, so this is the alright. Now select this keyframe and right click, and you can have this ease out. Again select this, ease in, again select ease out, and again select and ease in. So just like the After Effects. Even you can right click and show the speed graph, select this attitude, and let's select this keyframe and just change this kind of, and again show the keyframe editor. So we have this. Alright, so we have this kind of zoom in effect. So even we can little bit zoom over here, little bit, not more than that. Okay, let's preview. Alright, so we have finished this initial animation. Now let us click on view and guide. Let's see the safe margin. Okay, and we will add one tracking point here in the center. So right click and set track point, then also right click and set as a local origin, so it will utilize the local coordinate system. Okay, so we have set everything. Then it's time to render, so click on render. So this will open. You can either render it as an image sequence or video if you directly want to use that thing. Okay, so we have 0 to 600 frame, and this is the dimension. Then this is the for this Google Earth. You cannot remove this Google Earth credit, and you have to keep this attribute, but you can change the position of this attribute. I am keeping it bottom right. Then another thing is you can download, or you can download the tracking data as a After Effects JX file, JavaScript file, or you can have this .json file. I'm keeping this After Effects JavaScript file, and we are going to use this local coordinate, texture quality high, and map style you can have clean, exploration, or everything. So I am keeping this everything. Okay, and you have to select your destination where you want to save your file. I have already selected this folder, so it will ask you to allow it. Then you have to give the permission to view that folder. Okay, then click on start. So it will start rendering JPEG sequence. So you can see here there are 0 to 600 frames that will be rendered, and it will be saved along with the JavaScript file. Alright, so we have finished rendering, and now it's time to import it in After Effects and animate. Alright, so this is the rendered file. It is having this 600 JPEG files as well as this script, and we are going to import this script, or we are going to run this script in After Effects. Alright, so click on this file, then script and run script, and browse to your folder and select this script file and click open. So it will create this 1857 Vox comp, and you can see these settings. It is 9020, 1080 and 30 frames per second. We are also having this text. Okay, so we don't need this text, so let us hide it for a while. Okay, now we are going to import the flag. So for that we have to create, so let's create new composition, 9020, 1080. Let's call it flags 1, 20 seconds. Click OK, and let's import this flag file. So this is the British East India Company flag, and this one is the British Raj flag. Okay, so we are going to import both the flag. Okay, so we have this both the flag. Select both the flag, right click, go to transform and fit to com. So these are the two flags we have. Okay, now again come to this composition and import the flag file. Alright, now convert it to 3D, so it will change into some weird kind of thing. So convert it to 3D and then parent it with this track point. Alright, then go to this transform and change this position to 0, 0 and 0. Alright, also change this orientation to 0. Alright, so we have this flag here, and it is having this. You can see now it is now stick to the our center point. Alright, okay, so around here this zoom is starting, and 18 seconds it is ending. So here it is ending, and we want this to be a big size. So let's press S for the scale and increase this size to around 1,50,000. Alright, hit enter. Okay, so you can see that it is quite a big map. Okay, and you can change the position just like this. Alright, okay, now we are bringing this old map of India for this reference, because we are going to mask this out. Let's reduce its transparency by hitting T on the keyboard. Map. Okay, then try to position it. Let's hide the flag for a while. Grab this map and position it along with this. Let us scale it down. So I am referring this area for the alignment. Let's make it 60. of alignment. Okay, now we can select this flag, and we can create a mask over it. Alright, so select this pen tool and we will be creating the mask. Press spacebar to move this map composition. Alright, now we can switch off this reference layer, and we might be not historically 100% correct, but our intention is to learn the style and not the history. So now if we zoom it, we have this. Okay, now let us reduce this opacity. So press T for the opacity and let's make it around 40% or so. Okay, 40% or 35%. So this is good. So this is the change of the opacity, and let's also change this blending mode to thing like overlay. Alright, so we have set this flag of the East India Company. Now let us add this. Alright, let us add this tint effect on this layer, JPEG sequence, so that it becomes black and white rather than the coloring. Alright, so it looks nice, perfect. Okay, so now let us add this radio waves. So like this is the center, epicenter of 1857 revolt. So let us add the radio waves which start from here and spread across the country. Okay, so right click and create new solid, whatever color, doesn't matter, and make comp size. Alright, then let us take it here, over here. Convert it to 3D. Alright, then add radio wave effect. Okay, parent it with this checkpoint. Okay, then go to its transform, its effect, and change this position to 0, 0 like we did before for the map. Also change this orientation to 0 and 0. Still it is not visible because it has not started. Okay, so see, you can now see that it has started and it is spreading. Now you can adjust this color and everything. So let's change it to red color. Let's change to dark red color. Okay, you can change this to sawtooth out or tooth in, but let us change the spread so that it becomes visible. So this is sawtooth in and then sawtooth out. So this is how you can change. Alright, let's skip this. So this was the epicenter, and from here it was started and then it was spread to the rest of the country. We can change this frequency, we can change this expansion. So let us reduce this expansion to around 2. Okay, rest of the thing let's keep as it is. Alright, so this is how this thing started from here and then spread across the Alright, so it looks like it is started from this epicenter and then it spread to the rest of the country. So at around this 2 seconds we can start. So let's change it to over here. So from here it will start. Okay, after this shot is fired by this Mangal Pande. Alright, so we finished creating the radio waves. You can customize its frequency and everything from these settings. Okay, even you can animate this start and end with, it's up to you. Alright, so this looks nice, perfect. Okay, so now let us create this Mangal Pande. So to create that we will need this image that I have downloaded from the Wikipedia. It is copyright free. So this is the image I have downloaded, and then I have imported it into the Photoshop and resized it, cropped it, also added this rifle, then applied this neural filter to smoothen the skin and photo restoration. So that is the work I have done on this file, and we will import the Photoshop file to work with. Okay, so let's start by creating new composition. Let's call it Mangal Pande. Size will be this 4K and 30 frame. Let's drop the Photoshop file, editable layers and composition, retain layer sizes. Open this layer, copy these two layers and paste it over here. Alright, scale it, reposition it, rename it. Let's rotate it slightly. Alright, now let's animate this rifle. Okay, so we need this. So this is the gunfire green screen. Let's remove the green screen. So add effect known as key light. Select this green color and remove it. Alright, now it is very big, so we have to make it very small. So or maybe 8 or something. Let's rotate it. Alright, let's zoom it. Hold space bar to move around. Even we can keep it above. Doesn't matter. Okay, this looks good. Let's scale it. Or you may keep it behind the rifle. So let me keep it here, then I will recompose this both the layer. Let's call it rifle. Move all attribute into new composition. Somewhere around here we let us make this appear as firing. Open this and place it over like here. We can even change it later on if we wish. Right now let us change it to here. Alright, so at this position shot fired, so let's add one keyframe. Then around here it will recoil, so let's move it backward slightly. So downward, backward and downward little bit. Alright, so like this. Okay, and then again back to its original position. Spread it out because it is very fast, so let's spread it out. Okay, so now it's look like the shot fired. Okay, now let's create a mask. So to that we have to select this ellipse tool and select this fill to solid and opacity 25%. Alright, and change this color to black color, but this opacity is around 10%. Then select the stroke to white, 90%. Click OK and keep this stroke to 35. Okay, then keep holding shift and create this circle over here. Alright, keep it properly, the center. Alright, now let's rename it as a background. Okay, then shift it over here behind this chair. Okay, then duplicate it and shift this other layer to above. Okay, and let's rename it as a matte because we are going to use it as a track matte. Okay, and change this fill opacity to 100% and color to white, full white. This stroke color to full black. Alright, now we are going to use it as a track. So select this layer and select the Luma matte. Similarly for also this rifle. Alright, so we have this, you can click on this transparency grid. So we have this layer and we have this matte. Now this part is not visible. Let us scale it little bit. Even you can change this position. Let's change the position. Alright, this is good. Okay, now this part is not visible, and for this rifle also. So let's select this matte, open it, go to content, ellipse, this ellipse bar, right click and convert it to Bezier path. Now we can manipulate it. Select this pen tool and adjust around here, add one point and second point over here, then pick this point and drag it till this completely visible. Okay, then add one point here and then pick it and change like this. Alright, so okay, we have this now completely visible. Okay, similarly for this also do this, add one point over here and one here and pick this layer from here and just do like this. Okay. So this is the animation of this Mangal Pande. Okay, now let's animate it. So at 1 second, press P for the position and add the position keyframe to our image as well as our rifle. Okay, then come around at the beginning and then we are going to change the position. Select both this layer and change the position just like this. Select both the keyframe and press F9. Then select this keyframe and alright, so there will be this kind of movement. Okay, and we can adjust it later however we want as per our animation duration or the timing. Okay, so we have created this our Mangal Pande. Alright, now let's bring it over here. Alright, so this is our Mangal Pande layer. Okay, now we can add, we can make it black and white. So add, you can keep it as a color or you can make it black and white. So let's add tint effect also to rifle. Alright, so black and white. or you can keep it as a color also. Okay, now let's convert it to 3D. Alright, and then parent it with this track point. Alright, then again, like just we did before, go to this position, change this to 0, 0, 0. Same for the orientation, 0, 0. Alright, then we have this layer attached to this. Now let's scale it down however you like. So scale it down just like this. This much is good, and let's rotate it. So use this Z-axis to rotate. Alright, so it comes and then short fire. So we can centralize it. Center of the radio waves. Alright, now it's look good. Alright, now it's time to reveal our text. So let's add this text. Also change its position, Z-axis. Let us bring it over here. Let's rename it as. So it in Hindi it is Meerut, but it is the spelling is Meerut. Alright, select all. Let's change to Arial black and change this position to. Alright, so just like this. So here it comes, then short fire, and this whole movement. Okay, looks good. Okay, now we can add this text to our Mangal Pande layer. So open this Mangal Pande comp. We don't have space here to add text, so let's go to composition, and we can just increase this space so that we can add text here. Now we can add text here. It doesn't affect our this composition. Okay, so let's select this rectangle tool and create one rectangle here. So we are going to create this black only rectangle without any stroke. Okay, so let's select and create it over here just like this. Let's rename it as box. Alright, so here it comes. So along with it should come, it should animate. So we are going to animate it. So it's scale. So press S for the scale. Okay, so here it will be the complete. So let's add the scale here 100%, and somewhere around here. Okay, unlink this dimension X and Y so that we can only animate this box. But before that, I forgot to mention one thing. Select this pan behind tool and place this anchor point at the edge. Otherwise this animation will not be possible. Okay, now just do this 0 for the Y. So you have this kind of animation. Okay, press F9. Alright, and then just around here. So it looks perfect. Alright, just like this. Select both the keyframe and change it like this. Sorry, fast and slow. Okay, now let's add text. So select this text, select this color, select all, and let's increase the size. Okay, and I'm going to select the Times New Roman font. Alright, so this looks good. Adjust this text over here. Switch off the caps lock. Okay, and let's decrease this tracking. So if you decrease the tracking, your text become little bit more professional. Increase the size. Now it's look perfect. Okay, so let's see here how it's look. Okay, so we have rotated it. That's why it's looking this kind of weird. And after that we have added the text. So what we can do, just let's rotate and make it perfect. Pande. Now let's animate the text. Okay, so to animate the text, go to around here, add from animate, go to animate and add this blur. Then go to property, add opacity, again go to property and add scale. Okay, make scale 150. Okay, opacity 0 and blur 100. Go to range selector, go to advanced, make this shape to ramp up. Is low to 50%. We don't need this random order. Alright, we need this offset. So make this 100%. Come to around here and make this minus 100. Alright, so we have this. Okay, and we can change it. Press F9. So we have this box and then this text. Spread it out. Let's watch. Let's make it quick. Perfect. So we can now adjust our radio views. So once this shot fire, it should start. Okay, so here it should start. Okay, and it should spread across the country, which is a very historical moment, as it changed this from East India Company to the official environment of the British Raj. So around here we can change this from this flag to the other flag. So, and here we can add the text. Here we can add the text animation of 8057 revolt, and around here we can change the flag. Okay, so let us do that. So let's add the text box. We are not going to attach it with the tracking point. We are just going to add simple text. So let's select no stroke fill. We are going to white, then add this text box here, this size. From here you can align it to center. So if this option is not visible, go to Windows and make sure that you have checked this align. Okay, so this is now in the center. Okay, now let's animate. Let's rename it as box 2. Okay, so we are going to animate it. So press S for this scale. So it will start from here. Unlink this scale property and we are going to make this just like this, 15%. Add keyframe, and somewhere around here let's make it 100. Alright, then press F9 for ease. Good, so we have this box. Alright, and let's trim it over here. So Alt key and this bracket key. So we have this box over here and we will write the text. Okay, so we will write the text and over here it will again disappear. So add keyframe and just like this make it disappear again. So again let's make it 15 and trim it using the Alt and bracket key. So we have this text box animation. Alright, now let's add the text. Okay, so for the text we will be selecting the black color. So let's write revolt of 1857. Select the text and let's add this drop shadow. Make it 8 or so. Increase this softness. Also add box drop shadow to this box. Alright. Now let's animate the text. So this box arises here and okay, so for that we have to create this another box. So duplicate this. Okay. Let's rename it as matte for text. Okay, let's remove the animation, scale animation, press U to reveal keyframe and click on this icon. Okay, so let's change this position around here. Alright. Okay, so once this text come, it should come over here. So add position keyframe for the text. Okay, and come around here. Change this position to around here. Just like this. Okay. Come around here. Before it disappears, it should goes back. So add keyframe to text. Again, it should go back. Alright, then this matte and fragment it with the text. And select this Luma and inverted matte. Okay. Now this text will come. So I have expanded this matte text solid layer and you can adjust the position of this keyframe. Alright, so it should synchronize with this box animation. Perfect. And it's disappeared. Okay, select all the keyframe and press F9 for these ease. And this then let's trim this text layer as well. Alright, so we have text animation as well. Now around here we can animate this map. So again go to this flag. Okay, similarly without selecting any layer, let's create this mask. Select pen tool. Fill can be anything. And we will be creating this kind of zigzag mask, or rather it is a shape, and we are going to use it as a track matte. Okay, so this is the shape and we are going to use it as a track matte. So select it and create this track matte. Go to shape layer, double click it and you can select it and you can just take it just like this. Okay, let's undo. Okay, so go to the shape layer. Alright, so around 15 seconds or so, add keyframe to path, come to around 12 or 15 frame, and then select this, double click, and you can hold shift and then move it outside. Alright, like this. Okay, then select this layer and add turbulent displacement. Let's change this amount to 30 and size to around 5. Alright, so there is this change in this manner. And let's press F9, select this keyframe, and let's make like this. Okay, one thing we can do here is this. Over this mask, go to mask, and we can have this mask feather. Can feather out this mask just like this. Right now it looks great. Can increase the amount of turbulence. Okay, if you wish, you can increase or decrease this opacity of the flag. Let's make it 50%. Alright, and play with the blending mode. Alright, now some final finishing touch. So let's bring this layer somewhere around here. So this is how it will start. So as for the text, this text. Okay. Alright, so like this. Okay, and just before this animation start, we can remove this radio button. So let's press for the T for the opacity and add keyframe, and for the next keyframe let's make it 0. Okay, and press F9 for the ease. So this will disappear when this thing start. Okay, and later on whatever you want to add, like text or whatever, but this is the transformation. Okay, and our animation end here. So if we switch off this layer, it will look like this. And if you want to keep black and white, then you can keep like this. Okay, now this edges of this map is visible, so what we can do, we can go to map, and this edges is visible, so we can go to the mask, and we can have this expansion in the negative form. We can expand, so we don't have this kind of visibility, sharp edges on the side. Alright, now right click and add new adjustment layer. Let's call it miniature. Let's add effect known as Lumetri color. Go to vignette, change this to minus something around 1.98. Alright, and midpoint roundness to around, keep this 15. Okay, go to creative and faded film to 25%. Then we have this 16 mm scratch screening overlay that I'm going to apply, but before that right click, interpret main, and you can see that it is of only 6-second duration. So if you type here 20, then it will become this 2-minute film. Okay, now drop it over here. Okay, then scale it to 50% because it is a 4K. Okay, so now it is fitting. Change the blending mode to overlay, and you can reduce the opacity to 35%. Alright, now let's give it a kind of frame rate that gives us the old filmy look. So for that, let's add new adjustment layer and rename it as a posterized time, and we are going to add the posterized time effects and change this frame rate to 10, so it will give it a old film kind of frame rate. And if you want to add some glow effect and all, it's up to you. As many things as you want, like glow effect on this character and all, you can do that, and I'm not going to do that. So this is the final result. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave us like, subscribe the channel, hype the video, share with your friends. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.